Okay, one more video for the day, why not? Then I gotta really get back to work and got a lot to do for the rest of the day. I just wanted to talk briefly about an issue I think that's really of central concern in the trans community. I deal with it myself a lot, and I imagine that a lot of my fellow trans brothers and sisters out there struggle with this issue as well. And it's confidence is what I'm talking about. Um, I'm a fairly confident person. I'm fully transitioned. I'm out in the world as a woman. I work um, and socialize as a woman. My physical being does not scream femininity, as you can tell. That's partly by personal choice. I like to be a little bit more in the middle, but it's also just the realities of transitioning in my mid-30s. There's not a lot I can do about that. But, I constantly talk with other, especially male to female transgender people who have issues with confidence in that, we're constantly dealing with issues of just people snickering at us or people looking down at us or thinking we're sick or perverted in some way. And I mean, government and society certainly doesn't help that by not giving us any rights, by considering us still men in many ways, but putting all these hoops that we have to jump through in order to be considered of the gender that we actually are. So all these factors sort of play into and feed upon our own sort of self-confidence. And it's something that, I think I've come a long way in the last 4 or 5 years. But as I said before, it's something I struggle with on a daily basis. I go out into the world, I'm walking my dog during the day, and there's a lot of college students around. I live sort of downtown Albany, basically. And, I get people looking at me weird sometimes. And it's not a comfortable feeling. Definitely those things, when they do occur, are not good for the self-confidence. But, I think I've gotten to a point, maybe this just comes with age, or maybe it comes with personality or experience, I'm not sure. But, any advice that I give to any other sort of trans person, and this can really apply to any, issues beyond gender as well, is that you need to work constantly on your self-confidence. And that's, just sort of being comfortable with yourself. And obviously this is the biggest issue with trans people, in that, by sort of definition, we're uncomfortable with the bodies that we were born with. So that does not help confidence whatsoever, obviously. But we're still the same person inside, and I think we can grow that. And in my mind, in my experience, when you get in touch with that sort of inner confidence and you can project that out to the people around you, people will respond accordingly, and they'll treat you regardless of what your physical looks are like, to a certain extent. I mean, as long as you're confident in yourself, other people will not, I think, at least in my experience, I haven't had any bad experiences or anybody, directly confronting me or, God forbid, posing violence or anything like that. I know lots of other sisters and brothers out there have encountered those types of things, and it's really a sad state of affairs when violence and intimidation and discrimination, direct discrimination, occurs. But I think confidence can go a long way in sort of alleviating those types of things with most regular people. Obviously, there's crazy people out there that are just not going to like somebody for whatever their own reasons. And some of them just happen to choose transgender people because they're different from themselves, or that they perhaps see something of themselves in us and they're afraid to face it. There's various reasons for that. But I think when you can sort of cultivate your own self-confidence, it can take you a long way in the transition process. I've found that, And combining that with sort of being as open with people as possible, it can take you a long way, and it can make the process of sort of fitting into society in whatever way you want to define it is the best way you can define it, a little easier. I'm not sure that makes sense. As you can tell, none of these talks are scripted whatsoever. I'm just sort of talking out of the top of my head or out my ass, however you want to view it. But I'll talk more a little later about confidence, because I think it's a big issue, and we all struggle with it mightily in the trans community, I think, and I wish there were some more resources about how to get in touch with your own self-confidence, how to build your confidence, and how to overcome the sort of constant barrage of things that are affecting transgender people that can cut down on your confidence. I don't have all the answers to those things, obviously, because I still struggle with them mightily on a daily basis myself. But, maybe as a librarian, I'll go out and see if I can find some resources and present them in a future thing. Okay?